instead.
Okay.
That was
Whenever anything happens in the Illinois Valley, you hear about it first. On Classic Hits 103.9 WLPO.
Jeremy Aiken and Kevin Klum, set number 2 underway with Alexa Zimmerman with the serve, and it's got Sterling going backwards, but they're able to keep it alive. Bump by Bruner, rare bump by Maria. She kept it over, though. Bourne with the spike, out of bounds, point LP. Bring in Kevin Klum. Kevin, if you could, update at the first set. The Cavaliers win 25-23. First, before, let's update how Fieldcrest doing.
Fieldcrest fell in the first set 25-18, but they scored the first 4 points of the second set. And in another sectional, Metamora lost to U-High in the first set 25-20.
All right, we'll have Kevin update the stats as Sterling spikes it out of bounds, 2-0. Kevin, if you would, give us maybe some stats from that first set for the Cavaliers.
Well, the stats aren't that pretty, actually. Taylor Gibson and Abby Happ had 2 kills apiece, and Alexa Zimmerman with 3 assists. If you told me those were the numbers, I wouldn't have guessed the win for LP,
No.
But they got it done.
What a set win for the Cavaliers. Alexa Zimmerman, who had a nice run serving, leads it off. Sterling taps it into the net, and maybe an injury. Their best player of the night came up a little. Well, she's going to be okay. Walk it off. Jalen Borum. And you got to wonder where Sterling's heads are at after blowing that big lead. Lady Cavs now leading 3-0 in set number 2. Zimmerman to Martin. Olsen setting it up. Here's Borum into the net. 4-0 LP. Remember, LP got off to a real good start in set number 1. Sterling then kind of settled down. But again, it's tough. After losing that first set, the shift in momentum was so huge. And the Cavaliers have carried the momentum over here in the second set. Sterling, nobody had it. Everybody looked at each other after the first hit. And the Cavaliers lead 5-0.
That was very strange. I mean, Kaylee Martin was right there, and she was waiting for someone else to come get it.
Timeout, Sterling. The wheels are coming off as their head coach has already been put in his place a bit early by the officials, having to console Jalen Borum, partly due to injury, partly that it looks like as good as she was in the first set, you just see it, the body, the reactions for Sterling just not there here in set number 2. LP is jumping around after every point.
I mean, that first set, that's like the definition of demoralizing for a team. I mean, to be up by 8, only 7 points from the victory, and then to blow it, that really hurts. And this coming against a team that you already lost to twice this season, that's tough to come back from. I think even the other day in the Sauk Valley News, Martin said that LP had kind of been in their heads this season. And now to have that happen to them, they're going to still be in there even more now.
Yeah, definitely creeping deeper and deeper into the mindset of the Golden Warriors are the LP Lady Cavs. 5-0 LP. We're out of the timeout. Alexa Zimmerman has been serving since this set started. Let's keep it going, Alexa. The senior with the jump serve. Borum with the bump. Olsen a set. She's looking for Macy Good. Hits it to Gibson. Here's Zimmerman. Quincy Weber with a spike. Just out of bounds. Not by much. Just missed that back line. Nice hit by Quincy Weber. She just missed it. So Sterling on the board here in set number 2. Borum to Chanot. Zimmerman setting up Abby Happ. It hits the net, and unfortunately rebounds on to the LP side of the court. Falls for a point for Sterling. 5-2. This might be a carbon copy of set 1 where LP jumped out to a lead, and Sterling got right back in, and let's see if LP can get the serve back. Borum to Gibson. Here's Zimmerman setting it up to Weber. Weber taps it over. Martin keeps it alive. Oh, a miss hit by Good. The sophomore knew it right away. Checking her nails. She kind of hit off the end of her fingertips. Hit it right into the net. Point LP, 6-2 Lady Cavs. Abby Happ with the serve. Abby, a nice serve. Good with the bump. Zimmerman sets it to Happ. Looking for Taylor Gibson. Point LP. Taylor Gibson with the kill. Not her usual thud major kill, but it does the job. And 7-2 Lady Cavs. Happ with a nice serve. Good, has trouble. Borum, a big back row spike with authority by Jalen Borum. Without Borum tonight, I'm not sure where Sterling would be in this match.
Well, probably in the same place right now. Lost the first set and down even more in this set.
Even more, yeah.
No, that was a nice play by her because they didn't handle that serve too well, but she somehow got a kill down.
Gibson for LP to Zimmelman. Taylor Gibson, middle row, does not get it over. Let's see, they're going to call. I thought maybe Sterling got a piece of it. They did not. So point Sterling. It's 7-4.
I think the refs got that one right. I think that one went into the net.
And no arguments from the LP coaching staff. Chloe Chanot with the bump. Set Zimmelman. Gibson's blocked. Blocked by Olsen and Robinson for Sterling. Still waiting for that signature kill for Taylor Gibson tonight. 7-5. Lady Cavs lead by 2. Bump Chanot. Set Zimmelman going to Weber. Blocked. Coutre. Zimmelman. Taylor Gibson. Going to tap it over going long. Sterling keeps it alive. Kaylee Martin with a big kill. And just like that, momentum back on Sterling's side of the court. LP's lead down 7-6. Olivia Pilgrim serving for the Golden Warriors. It's a nice job by Sterling getting back into this set. They look dead in the water. Oh, there's an ace for Pilgrim. Chloe Chanot couldn't handle it. A rare mistake by Chloe. She's had a great sectional. 7-7 is the score.
These two teams sure know how to make it interesting, huh?
They do. You had to figure LP was not going to be able to run away with this set. Here's Taylor Gibson. Did it tip the Sterling player? It did not. Goes out of bounds. Sterling takes the lead 8-7. Cavaliers were up 5-0. An 8-2 run for Sterling. Cavaliers do have a set in the bag already. Chanot to Gibson. Taylor goes falling down. Chloe keeps it alive. Here is Olsen. Set Robinson. Tapped it up. Coutre to Gibson. Blocked at the net. Taylor keeps it alive. Zimmelman looking. Quincy Weber goes deep. Nice job by Quincy. Point LP. Weber looks for that a few times every game, and she found the spot. Sterling couldn't play it back, and we're tied at 8 with Chloe Chanot back to serve for the Lady Cavs. And another Coach Dykman back questioning another call by the referees. He's wondering, I think, if Taylor Gibson, maybe when she dove, she came across the net. The LP fans giving the Sterling coach a little bit of business. 8-8 the score. Chloe Chanot with a nice serve. Borum with the bump. Olsen to set. Here comes Kaylee Martin. Taps it over. Chloe Chanot digs it out. Zimmelman. Gibson. Off Sterling. Point Taylor Gibson. Point LP. Lady Cavs get the lead back. It's 9-8 in set number 2. Back to serve is Chloe Chanot. Chanot with it. Pilgrim the bump. The set Olsen looking for Kaylee Martin. Blocked by Justy. It goes out of bounds though. Still nice effort by Weber and Justy to block the spike attempt by Martin. It rolled just out of bounds. Game tied back at 9. Back to serve is a libero for Sterling. Jamison Troncoso. Gibson for LP. Zimmelman looking for Quincy Weber. She taps it over. Whistle blows. Point LP. A violation on Sterling. So Lady Cavs get the serve back, get the lead back. 10-9. Quincy Weber is serving. Long time that Abby Happ has been out of the game for LP. Olsen back row. Borum blocked by Justy, but it goes out of bounds. Borum just as dangerous in the back row as she is in the front. 10-10 is the score. Weber checks out. Checking in is Maddie Castelli. Martin with the serve. Bump Chanot. Set Castelli. Taylor Gibson taps it over. Here's Olsen for Sterling. Pilgrim. Cross court. She carried it. She knew it. LP gets the lead and gets Abby Happ back into the game. 11-10 LP. Taylor Gibson back to serve. So Abby will join Zimmelman and Justy in the front row for the Cavs. Here is Borum for Sterling. Blocked by LP. Zimmelman and Justy were there. Cavaliers get a 12-10 lead as they deny Jalen Borum. You to give that block to Zimmelman there?
I thought Justy had it, actually.
Great job by both ladies. Here's Olsen setting it up. Oh, let's see. Point LP was over the net. Sterling reached for it. Lady Cavs up by 3, 13-10. Taylor Gibson back to serve. Let's see if the Cavaliers can get some distance between themselves and Sterling. Gibson the serve. Borum the bump. Olsen going to Martin in the back row. Justy got a piece of it, but then it fell on the LP side of the court. And Sterling gets a needed point. Cavaliers lead 13-11. Back in for Sterling is Macy Good. Taking a seat is Olivia Pilgrim. Back to serve for Sterling is Allison Olsen. Bump Chanot. Gibson bumps. Abby Happ with the spike. Troncoso plays it for Sterling. Here is Borum. And a hammer shot by Borum. Right into the midsection of Taylor Gibson. She got a fist on it, but nothing Taylor could do. Sterling comes back within one, 13-12. Chanot the bump. Set coming up, Zimmelman. Abby Happ the spike. Block, but Sterling cannot keep it in bounds. Lady Cavs keeping the lead, 14-12. Bruner in and Chapman in for the Cavs. Justy out, as well as Chanot. Tristan Chapman with the serve. Another line drive. She's serving well tonight. Borum for Sterling. It goes out of bounds. Chapman let it go. Good decision by Tristan. And the Lady Cavs leading Sterling 15-12. 10 points away are the Lady Cavs from the Super Sectional and the Elite Eight. Chapman, close to the line. Wow.
Just out.
In baseball, Kevin, the chalk might have flew up on that one. That was a close call. It goes Sterling's way. Tristan Chapman has been a great server tonight. Just inches away from getting an ace there. Gibson with the bump. Here's Zimmelman with a spike attempt. Martin keeps it alive. It's at the net. Bruner hits it into the net. Maria could not come up with the kill. That's not her game. Her game is the blocks. But she had to try to make the play. She could not. LP still leading 15-14. Serving for Sterling is Megan Luce, number 10, a middle blocker, number 12, or a senior. Luce hits it to Gibson. Chloe Chanot. Oh, two LP players run into each other. Happ hit it. Did it get blocked by Sterling? Nope. Point, Gold Warriors. From the very start of that point, LP was kind of out of the system there, and Sterling gets a point to tie it at 15. Gibson the bump. Zimmelman. Here's Abby Happ. Sterling's able to play her spike attempt. Kaylee Martin from the back row. It falls in. Sterling fights back and gets the lead 16-15. Timeout LP. The Cavaliers were up 15-12. Sterling's won 4 straight points.
Martin really hit that ball pretty hard. I wouldn't want to get in front of that.
And nobody did, unfortunately, for LP. 16-15, LP won the first set. Again, tonight we're following some other scores. Fieldcrest taking on Orion. Orion won that first set. As Kevin working the Twitter wire here. Also, we're keeping tabs on the other sectional that feeds into Princeton. The battle between Metamora and Normal U-High.
And that one right now, U-High is leading Metamora 13-10, and U-High won the first set as well. So if they hang on here, they'll be waiting, for either LP or Sterling to see who's they're facing in Princeton.
So Normal U-High in the driver's seat in that one. LP up a set here, but trailing in set number 2, 16-15.
1 point deficit. That's nothing for the Lady Cavs after that last set.
Yeah, 18-10 again. I can't say it enough. The Cavs were down 18-10, and they won that first set. Orion leading Fieldcrest in set number 2, 8-1. Gibson the bump. Castelli to Zimmelman. Zimmelman taps it up. Sterling's got to keep it alive. It's at the net. Happ with a kill, but Sterling keeps it alive. Zimmelman, Abby Happ, and point Abby Happ. It got just out of the reach of both of the Sterling blockers, Good and Robinson. Abby Happ gets the Cavaliers back into the tie game, 16-16, with Alexa Zimmelman to serve. 9 points away are the Lady Cavs from the Super Sectional. Martin again, shaky on D. Good with the spike. It goes out of bounds. The southpaw couldn't find the inbounds marker. And the Cavaliers roll off 2 in a row after the timeout. To get the lead back, it's now 17-16 LP. Alexis Zimmerman with a nice serve. Borum to Olsen. Robinson taps it over. Nice job by Sterling's Rochelle Robinson. Alexis Zimmerman with a hustle attempt for LP. Just couldn't keep it up for a teammate to hit it. And Sterling gets the serve back. The game's tied at 17. Gibson the bump. Zimmerman the set. And Happ taps it over. Troncoso for Sterling. Here's Kaylee Martin. Blocked by the Cavaliers. Another block by Bruner. Point LP. What a huge turn of events there. Kaylee Martin had a chance at it, but LP with 2 straight blocks. Cavaliers lead 18-17. Abby Happ with the serve. It goes into the net. Abby maybe rushed it a little bit there. Caught up in the moment. Abby will take a breather. Coutre back in. We're tied at 18.
You don't see Abby Happ serve into the net too often, so it's kind of unfortunate in this spot in the game.
Bump by Gibson. Set Zimmerman. Taylor. Oh, well, she gets the point. She was just trying to avoid hitting the net in the line, and Taylor still got the point. She looks over at the bench like, are you kidding me? Maybe it's LP's night. The Cavaliers 6 points away from winning the sectional. Chloe Chenault with the serve. Bump by Troncoso. Olsen the set. Here is Martin. Big bump by Chenault. Zimmerman keeps it alive. Justy the bump. Here comes Sterling. Olsen looking. Robinson. Zimmerman might have carried. No call. Coutre keeps it alive. A nice volley going by both teams. Martin the spike. Point Sterling. Kept it alive long enough for their top player, Kaylee Martin, to hammer it home. Chloe Chenault could not come up with the bump. And we're tied at 19. A great volley there by LP and Sterling. Troncoso back to serve for Sterling. Gibson. Zimmerman going back to Taylor. And it's kept alive, but it's in the rafters. Sterling's been able to keep it alive. I was hoping it would hit a rafter. Coutre to Zimmerman. Here comes Taylor Gibson. Point LP. Point LP. Sterling blocked it, but it rolled across the top of the net, and it fell down on Sterling's side of the court. Cavaliers first 1-20 in the second set. 5 points away from the super sectional, leading 20-19. Now we got an officials timeout. Taylor Gibson asking if he has a slick spot on the court. So Taylor takes the towel out. Quincy Weber goes back to serve.
You don't see that too often in volleyball. It's more of a basketball thing.
Yeah, you hear the
Mop the
sneakers
floor.
and squeaking. And so Taylor Gibson
Switching out the
switch out
balls.
volleyballs as well. Maybe this will be the game ball, the winning ball here. Quincy Weber back to serve for the Lady Cavs as the Cavalier crowd gets excited here. Martin might have been a double hit, got away with it. Big dig by Coutre. Gibson to Zimmerman. Borum for Sterling. Olsen looking. Kept alive by Weber, but she hits it out. Give the kill to Megan Luce of Sterling. What a dig by Coutre, and a heck of a spike by Kaylee Martin. Gave LP a chance at that point. Unfortunately, Sterling came up with it. It's 20-20. Gibson the bump. Castelli on the run. Gibson going to hit it back from the middle of the court. Here comes Sterling. They're looking for Borum. Blocked at the net. LP can't play it. Sterling gets 2 points in a row. And the Golden Warriors take back the lead. It's 21-20. What a game between Sterling and LP. Martin with the serve. Coutre. Castelli. Zimmerman. It's off Sterling. Point LP. Alexis Zimmerman gets the solid kill. 21-21. Abby Happ back in. And a nice job by Coutre in her time in the lineup. She'll take a seat. Taylor Gibson back to serve. 21-21. It's anybody's set here in set number 2. Troncoso for Sterling. Olsen setting it up to Borum. And nice dig by Happ. Gibson the bump. Abby's going to have to hit it over. She does, that being Happ. Here comes Sterling. Olsen taps it over. Chenault keeps it alive. Castelli. Zimmerman. Ball's at the net. A free ball. Abby Happ with the big point by LP. Abby Happ won the jump ball at the net against Olsen for Sterling. LP with 2 straight points. Timeout Sterling. The Lady Cavs lead 22-21, and they now move within 3 points of a date Saturday night in Princeton. 22-21, LP with the lead over Sterling after the big point by Abby Happ. Now we'll check the scores again. We're following Fieldcrest and Orion and Normal U-High and Metamora.
Orion beat Fieldcrest to win the sectional title. It was 25-18, 25-15, and Orion stays undefeated on the season. That's pretty impressive.
I think they're 37-0, I think, is their record.
That's unbelievable. And then in the Metamora U-High match, they are tied at 22 in the second set.
All right, so I guess if you're an LP fan, get that one to 3 sets. Play the most volleyball as you can. Of course, LP trying to close this one out into 22-21. LP with the lead. Taylor Gibson to serve. After the timeout by Sterling head coach Dale Dykeman. Things have gotten really warm in here all of a sudden. Gibson with the serve. Troncoso the bump. Olsen the set. They're looking for Borum. And point Sterling. Gibson cannot handle it. Point Borum. Sterling ties it up at 22. Back into the lineup is Macy Good for Sterling. She checks in for Olivia Pilgrim. Back to serve for Sterling is Allison Olsen. 22-22. Sterling is 31-6. LP is 26-10 on the year. Olsen to Gibson. Zimmelman setting up to Abby Happ. Block out of bounds. Point LP. Sterling got the block, but it fell out of bounds right in front of Coach Mark Haberkorn. And you can see Coach Haberkorn watch that ball all the way down to the court. 23-22, Tristan Chapman back to serve. Cavaliers 2 points away from the super sectional. Tristan with the serve, and it's got Sterling having issues again. Martin to Borum. Taps it over. What a save by Happ. Abby Happ hits it deep. The whistle blows, and a miss hit by Abby. Before that, though, the senior made the play of the game, keeping it alive. 23-23.
That's unfortunate to have that call on her. They had such a great dig there to save it.
Justy back in for LP. Or actually Bruner. Castelli sets it up. Zimmelman the tap over. Here comes Sterling. Olsen looking. Borum. Kill Borum. Abby Happ tried to dig it but could not. 24-23. The Sterling crowd rises to their feet. Across the way is Sterling now 1 point away from sending this match to a decisive third set.
This match has been so tight the whole way. I mean, it's been tied 13 times already in this set.
13 ties.
So LP's hoping for one more here.
Yeah, LP is definitely hoping for one more and maybe roll off 3 straight points if they can do it. Timeout, Coach Mark Haberkorn. 1 point. They got to come up with a big play here to force this one into a tie and force somebody to try to get to 26. Got to win by 2. Sterling crowd on their feet. They're pumped up. Back to serve for the Golden Warriors is Megan Luce. It's getting loud in the old gym here at Sycamore. Luce with the serve. Gibson. Zimmelman. Back line Gibson. Sterling digs it out. Robinson. And point LP. Robinson bumped it in the back. Chinook could not recover in time. And Sterling wins set number 2, 25-23. So that one gets away from LP. And we're going to go 3. We'll take a break for the third set coming.